So it's me, your little boy, K Samson. So I have something special for us today, particularly. Listen, listen. They set evil plot for you, not knowing they are setting you up for greatness, for success. The truth is this: sometimes when people are plugging evil because of envy, plugging evil how to bring you down, how to make sure they cost you to go through pain, one difficulties to another, how to make sure they put a difficult time for you. So many of them don't realize that in doing this, they are trying to catapult you. They are trying to make it easier for you to be in your destination. And another means in which they are now is another means in which they are provoking God, telling God that even right in his own presence, that they can do you as he chooses undo, and nothing he will do what he will be able to do. And that is why many of us are being catapulted overnight. Yes, let me tell you, many of us are blessed not knowing the reason why the blessing come fast and easily. Yes, believe me, many of us in this platform, many of us are blessed easily. Sometimes the blessing that we didn't expect will just come even without us praying. Why? Because someone behind us have done something that have automatically provoked God, either by their speech or other by the word they pronounce, direct or indirectly, or other by the evil that they did without us knowing, which God just saw, and that provoked him to do, to tell them that even when you are not praying, even when you are praying, even when you are still a sinner, yet he can do what he have already promised to fulfill. Sometimes when people try to bring you down, many of us know that that is the moment things start to go up instantly. When we never expect breakthrough, when we never expect to get married, when we never expect children, when we never expect sources, turnover, miracles, we just suddenly saw it. Why? Because something have already done behind doors which we don't know they did or who have done it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of blessings which we receive unknown, many of them are caused by those who hate us. They provoke God to act in action. That is why a lot of people stop plugging evil, stop doing you bad, stop arranging how to destroy you, how to frustrate you, because they have come to finalize that anytime they plot evil against you to destroy you, it end up favoring you. Let me give you a brief story of a man called Joseph, and another woman called Esther, and another man called David. I know that this is a story that we have been churches have tell us, pastors have tell us, but let me give you a brief story. So the first one was called Joseph. Joseph was a man who was among the 12 brothers, which his father name is called Jacob. So Jacob gave birth to a mighty man, 12 children. So among all these 12 children, the 11 gang up against Joseph after he have narrate and tell them his dream, his purpose, how what God prepared for him, whom he's going to be, and how death itself is going to bow down to him. That he dream about the 11 corn, a corn bowed down to one. And that's when many of them become angry. And not despite of that, his father still show a cloth of different color that represent greatness. And they decide to gang up and set him. They wanted to do what? They first of all throw him inside a well, and they bring him out again and sell him to the settlers as a slave. And in that place, not knowing that they are making the joining of his greatness become easier for him. Yes, he passed through a lot difficult. He passed through difficulties. He passed through pain, delay, frustration. But yet, his delay did not deny them from not accomplish his purpose. That's why I tell us, sometimes when they are plugging evil to destroy you, to frustrate you, God will always use it to favor you in return. That at the end, many of them who plot evil do what? Regret why they did so. You know what I'm saying? So God always do. If you look at the story of David also, David was a man who was nobody in the land, always a sheep taker, a domestic work, because he cook food, he take care of animals, then he take the food to a battlefield to give his brothers. Then on that process, King Saul declare a decree that whoever that is able to kill Goliath will be awarded. Then, not knowing that King Saul is now setting David above his own self, not knowing that he himself is now programming David unknown without him knowing. So David was not a soldier in the first place, but because the anointing make different. This thing, when God is about to bless you, He don't care where you come from. He don't care. God can take a nobody to become somebody and take somebody to become nobody. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are frustrated because the evil that they set to bring you down end up catapulting you to your destiny instantly without stress nor gallop. So David was able to kill Goliath, and the people were shouting, David killed 10,000, why Saul killed 1,000? And that grieved David to King Saul to a point where he become angry and he started to plot how to destroy kill David, and he ended up destroying himself. And David was lifted up because of his own word evil plot against David. David become a king. Why he become nothing? When the Spirit of God depart from him. So if you look at the history of Esther also, there was a man called Haman. So this man called Haman decided to plot evil. He decided to make evil arrangement against Esther and his brethren by digging a pit in his own background, in his own backyard, to bury Esther and his brethren. Why? Because he was so jealous. And he come to announce, he said, who else will king blessed? If you read the book of Esther, who else will king favor? Blessed. Who else will find favor? Not knowing that the person that he is digging pit for is now digging his own pit in what indirectly, thinking that he is digging a pit for Esther. And at the end, what he did to destroy Esther was used to uplift Esther to a place where Esther don't even deserve. God just give him that position and he bring the Haman down. That is what I said earlier. God can take nobody to somebody and take somebody to nothing. That is the word God can do. So a lot of people who are plugging you evil doing this, many of them will regret why they ever do so. But because at the end, their God will turn it upside down. And many of them are suffering because some have realized that anytime they do you evil, they end up hearing good news from you. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Many of us know what we are going through every day. That people always notice and identify that anytime that they plot evil against us, it ends up favoring us. That is what God can do. So my brothers and sisters, don't just be afraid when people gang up against you. Because even people who are ganging up against you, one person started it, one person will just hate you, and he will make another person to join him to hate you. And this is how it goes. And you come to realize at the end that these people who gang up to hate you, they don't still love themselves, to tell you how powerful you are. Because where one or two to 30 people or 50 people or 10 people or 5 people hate you, that means you are so powerful. And the truth is this, them that hate you, they don't still love themselves. So remain blessed, may God bless you. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please kindly subscribe and thumbs up on the bell.